Good afternoon and welcome back to the YouTube channel of Old Bloke Crypto on February the 12th, 2024. It's just after midday here, some 2 hours after the daily close and open, weekly close and open, and we're going to have a look at that. I just want to draw your attention to something very important to give you an idea of how we're going to, in my opinion, how price is going to go this week with both Ethereum and Bitcoin. Having a look at the heat map here, liquidation heat map on Binance. And as I said before, Binance is not the whole game. You've got Bybit and OKX, the two other big players with perpetuals. But we're using Binance as an example today because that's what the heat map looks at. It's got the biggest market share, and so we'll go with that for now. So you see, here's Ethereum. We're up around the 25.13 right now. Have a look at these liquidations down below, around the 2400, about 2475, and some small ones up here around, you got 2540, and pretty much clear. This is on the 1 week chart, up 2600, etc. So that's Ethereum at the moment on the weekly. Let's have a look at the daily. On the daily, we've got that cool up to the upside here. We've got this thick yellow banding indicating a lot of liquidity up there around the 2550, which I expect to get tagged, if not earlier, then during the US session. It's more likely the US session. And a similar thing on the 3-day chart as well. But that 1-day chart was the one that, the 1 week chart was the one that was most instructive, as to show you where ETH is going to go once we've tagged the highs. Bitcoin has tagged its yearly high and perhaps even 50K. So we're going to have a reversal down to 2400. Now let's just have a look quickly at the ETH chart here. And you'll see continuing, we've broken out of the range and we've obviously just come into Monday. Have a look at this volume. We've had increasing volume over the weekend. You always get less volume on the weekend than during the week, but increasing volume over the weekend compared to other weekends, which is great. But we're trending to the upside. You think everything's fine and dandy and that we should continue on. However, the caveats are we're going to take out at least 50% of this week, which is around the 2650 mark, and the top of the week is around 27. I expect that 50%, as I've said previously, will get hit and taken out, not because of ETH strength, because ETH is very weak at the moment, but because of King Bitcoin dragging the whole market with it. And I'll just go over there now and look at where Bitcoin is. It's not far off its yearly highs, which are just over 49K. And so Bitcoin is currently trading at 48.4, and again, expect 49K to get taken out during the US session tonight. That's the most likely, if not before, but not really. The UK and Asian sessions have not been inspiring for many weeks now. So I'm not expecting it to be nice, but not expecting it. So expecting it to happen during the US session, and then perhaps even the magical 50K before we get a reversal. But somewhere between 49 and 50K, I'll be looking for liquidity to get taken. And I'll go and have a look at the Bitcoin liquidations in a minute, but let's just have a look at the ETH BTC chart to reinforce what I'm saying about this. Is you look where it is at the moment, it's just continuing to decline. We just have to look at the data that's set before us, and there's nothing to say. Even though there's macro factors such as a Denkun upgrade and the froth over the potential ETF being approved in May, that's all well and dandy, but we can look at the data that's in front of us, and the data is that ETH is in big trouble against BTC, so that when BTC sneezes, ETH is going to catch hold. So be aware of that. Let's go back to the liquidations, and we're going to have a look at BTC on Binance here for the week. Let's have a look and see what the chart says when it finally loads. And you'll see right here, look at these thick yellow bands here down below around the, 46.6. It's a long way below the current price action of 48. There's a long squeeze coming. And in my opinion, it's going to happen once we get past the yearly high, between that yearly high and 50K. It's going to happen. It's going to happen quickly. And what happens when it does? It pulls ETH back down to that 2390 level or 2400, because you remember when I was showing you that before, and we look at Ethereum, where that band was, that liquidity band, it was around the 2400 when the page finally loads. Oh, wrong one. Let me try that again. Let's go ETH USDT. And like I said, on the 1 week, I'll try that again. Like I said, on the 1 week on Binance, because that previous chart was Bybit, look at where we are, 2,400 on the dot. And there's a smaller one here, 2,470, and that's fine. And that is just a way station on the way to 2,400. So when you look at the range, there it is, 2,390, 2,400. That's what's going to happen. It's going to come back to the range, the top of the range, and then, in my opinion, it's going to bounce from the top of the range, and we'll have continuation, a very quick one. So it's going to be a very quick liquidity grab, take out these over-leveraged longs down here, and then we're going to have continuation to the upside. Now, I've got these EMAs marked here. We'll talk about them later this week, and they're very important in a trending market, as I alluded to last week. Not so much when you're trading in a range, but when you're in a trending market, they become very important, and they are perhaps the most useful indicator that I use. But anyway, for now, what are we talking? Today, we're going to go and take out 50% of this week, at least 2,600. We may get to 2,700, depending on Bitcoin, whether it gets to just takes out the yearly high at 49,000 before reversing, in which case we're looking at 2,600 Ethereum, or it takes out the magical 50K before reversing, in which case we're looking to the yearly high of 2,720 for Ethereum. I have my stop set, my final take profit set at 2,720. I have a partial take profit at 2,600, just in case that's as far as we get. But as I said, be prepared for a quick reversal down to 2,400, and I'll be adding longs at that point, expecting a quick another reversal, continuation to the upside after that. We shall see as the week plays out, but that is my opinion, and that's how I'll be trading. So I've blogged crypto on a video that is not funny in the box. Please hit the subscribe buttons and the notification bell, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.